Hello. Today we're gonna make is a plugin mods for server. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. So first thing first, we create repo for us to have a source control, so we can go back and forth if have uh, if we did something bad to it. AsaAPI that plugins. This is for me. It's up to you if you wanna name it differently. Template. Because I'm gonna make this template for everyone as well. So simple plug, simple temp to make VSA API plugins. Okay. So add README so we can give more instruction to the other programmer or developer. I usually pick Visual Studio here. You can do like C++. It's up to you. MIT license. You can just dish the license if you want to. Okay, just make create the then of course we're gonna clone this one to our desktop. What I'm using is there's this one git source git scm. Um, I'm using this and the other one as well, like the git desktop, so we can have a UI like this. So just you can just download it. It's up to you, whatever you want to. And for Git SCM, we can here for Git SCM, you can type console commands if you remember all those commands. For GitHub, you can use this one manually. But I prefer like for you or for new beginner, this is much easier because you can just put the title here of your commit and then put the description, commit, and push right here. So that's how easy it is. But for this one, you have to type or you have to remember all those commands if you want to use this one. Anyway, we're gonna use this one to create one. I'll show you. Right, so you go here in your plugin. Well, where's my plugin? This is my template, right? You copy the HTTPS. You can set up SSH as well for more secure, but this one should do. So we're on the desktop right now. If you check it, it's like desktop and desktop INI. You can just put it at deep clone, type deep clone, and then ship insert for the link, and then if you put dot in it, you must be in the folder. But if you just leave it like that, it will create a folder for you. So cloning now. Then you see it's the name of the repo plus it created a folder for us. And then right here, you could just do the same, like put URL, paste the URL, and then locate the path that where you wanna store that one. But for us, we already clone it, so I'm gonna add existing repository, then choose the path, go to your desktop. I put everything on desktop so we can easily locate everything for this tutorial. Add repo, then we already had it. So next stuff, we're gonna clone um, this API. I will link the thing in the description. So copy the clone link, and then for this time I'm gonna use the GUI. for you to see clone. What is the difference, right? So you go to URL and then paste the thing. It's existed because it's my working environment, right? So desktop, and then select, then it will create another one. So clone. Here then make sure you're gonna compile the ASAP API. Then right now we already clone it. Usually if you want to control contribute codes in API, you do this or no, you don't do this because this is the main repo. What you do is you fork the repo and it will make a copy to your account, and then from there you clone the copy from your account and then make modification, and you request a pull request. You submit a pull request, and then the developer or the maintainer will review your code if it's okay to merge with them, right? If you have modification, but we are far from them, so for from there. So for now, I'm gonna make a simple plugin to work with the ASA API. All right. So what else? We did we did clone the our plugin and the main ASA API. Um, for the here, you just download this, download the GitHub. Of course, before anything else, you need to download Visual Studio. So for me, I already download Visual Studio, um, Visual Studio installer. But I'm gonna show you how you set up this Visual Studio. But I hope I'm assumed that you know it already. You can just skip the video. So modify for you, it's install, I think. And then this one is not turned on when it's normal. When it's in normally it's not turned on, it's the default one. So you're gonna choose what is you're gonna choose desktop development with C++, and then I think you need to check those if, if you wanna cater 140s for old plugins like ASE, like Survival Evolve. I think they're still using 140 because that's so old, right? You go to individual, and I think you need to have like build. We need to like the build tools, right? So 4.6, 4.7. For me, it's like everything is like turned on because I'm developing a lot of stuff. But for us right now, the CLI 14.16, 14.29. What else? It's ARM anyway. You only choose like x64 and 86. 14 point this is 14.39. I think you need this for this API. They're still required because I've seen the build tools there. It's set to 14.39. So but everything else is pretty big, pretty default. So I think it anyway. You don't worry about these things because it will tell you later on if you need to install something. So here, I think it's here the build tools. Let's see. Targeting pack, yeah, that's important. But yeah, like I said, you don't worry too much here. You just need to install your Visual Studio, and then you're good to go. Then it will tell you what is the you're lacking. Like if you're lacking some build tools, it will tell you. And then the next stuff, of course, we need to know if our API is working. Of course, we don't need we need the library of this. But if you have having problem compiling it, you can always download this one because the library is right here. You can just download this and include it to your, let me show it to you. So right now we download it. It's we download it and unzip. You can see here the library. You can always include this one. I think I suggest that if you're starters, for starters, like you can just include this because you don't need to modify anything on the headers, right? You just include all the headers from the repo. You don't need to compile it, to be honest. If you just need the headers, and then even though you have modification in it, then you compile from it. As long as that you don't change the offset, you won't get offset from the game. Later on I'll show you the what it means, like the offsets from the memory. um and then you it's this one library still match, so it won't crash. And then that's the second option. So because if you use this build, you build always and then you make modification, there's a chance that you are modifying the library already, and then it doesn't match to your to their release. So that's the drawbacks there. I'm gonna delete this one so we don't. Later on, we're gonna use that, but I think I already have installed it to my server. All right, so here, I opened it. Let's make it bigger so you can see. Sorry, my throat. I just woke up. All right. So don't go a little. Don't build it because that's not your uh, working environment. As a here we're gonna use the release. Make sure you are in release. Make sure you change it right away because most of the time people building with the other with the other build settings, build configuration. So here, go to properties. Let's say you change it here. Let's say it's the active is like little, and then you change it here. Then you make modification. Then you press OK. Then you build it right away. Then you didn't notice that you haven't changed it. So even though you let's say for example like this. Then I was working with release, right? Then I change something in it and modify something. And then when I press OK, it doesn't change. You need to put it in release. So that's tip for you. Okay, so here I found out that this one doesn't build right away. This there's something wrong with VC package, or maybe it's messing up with the install. That's why it didn't get um, anything because there's another package that you can install that will fix those problems. But for me, you just make this no because my main repo for ASA API, even though this one is yes, it is building. I don't know what happened there, but it is building. So after changing it no, then preprocessor, you go here. There's something wrong with Poco. They just changed it recently for the fetching HTTP fetch or get or post if you want to use like Discord, or maybe you have database API for like database you fetch data from internet. You can use this Poco. Okay, so after removing that, just press apply. Then make sure we are on the release, and then let's just build it. And yeah, BCP or BC package will install all the requirements like external package right here. It will install it to your machine, I mean to the solution. so you can use their libraries. So yeah, here using OpenSSL, this is the formatter for string, POCO, and the detours for, rerouting the function. So yeah, it builds right away, right? So after that, you can just leave it like that. Then we're good, right? See, it changes. So the moment you change something, it will change it. So it won't. You don't have write access. You see this because we are trying to use the main repo. I suggest you build you fork the repo, and then from there clone it. Don't Even though you have this, you can't push anyway, so it's okay. We're done there. The next stop for our plugin, um, we have go to Visual Studio, create a project. So right now, you have a git ignore. Later on, we're gonna add something to it. Okay, create a project, C++, Windows, make sure you are in the library, then click the dynamic link library, DLL. So for us, we're gonna make ASAAPI plugins.template. Okay, this one is already existed because our what you call this our initial clone for our source control. What we're gonna do is make sure you place solution and project in the same directory. Wait, okay, just after this, after putting your project name, make sure we are here, right? And then create. Make sure you check the place solution and project in the same directory. Just hit create. Right now, it creates. Maybe we close this one. It creates another folder inside of the repo. So I think it's not good. So what I'm gonna do is cut this one and put it outside because it's existed, right? And then delete the folder. After that, um, you don't need this, like this one, and this one. We're not gonna use PCH headers, like pre-compiled headers. We're not gonna use that. And then rename this as your. Make sure you can just copy paste the name here. But for you, for example, your plugin is like chat or Discord chat, for example, then put it there so you know the project is. But it's really up to you if what do you want. Then for us, we're gonna make a folder output, another one build, another one config, another one source, another one um public. Put it inside the source. Then includes new one libs libraries. What else do we need? I think we'll add it later. Anyway, for configs. Anyway, this one it won't push if it's empty. So that's GitHub thing. So but later we're gonna add something in it, right? For git ignore, we choose the Visual Studio. So this one is predefined for you. But for us, we're gonna make like slash output. Of course, we don't want to push our output publicly. like the exe or the other builds. So we only choose what to, maybe we put it in zip and release something, right? And then of course, include, no, we need the includes and the libraries, the build, in a send build. Okay. So I think this should be it. To apply those, to apply this one, what we're gonna do, I have something here. I might forget where I put it. So I'm trying to solve issue earlier, so my note was gone. For us a plan, you can just search it on Google if you forget. So I'm gonna push this for us. I think we're good. No solution. We put it in source, right? Source, public. Then no, where's the source? CPP. Then copy paste this. Go to public and put your header here. And change it to H. Oh man, just Control Z. Dot H. Then replace it. Before we push this, maybe let's open the file. For the config, I have for the config, let's create the config as well. So this one mess up, so you need to remove everything that just remove, don't delete, because we already delete them. Then add new, not new filter, existing items. Go to your source, public, and template. The header file. For this one, the CPP one. Go up, and select this one. Alright, so we're almost done. No, um, we're gonna new filter, delete this. Right click here, then configs, right? After creating this, we're gonna API that logins. So it's not working yet, but let's try later. For this one, Pragmo one means it doesn't load again if it's loaded. Just just a draft, so I can push this. For now, we didn't try the pushing for here, right? So I'm gonna show you. So this is all we have here. Um, okay, init file. Let's commit even if without description. Then push origin. You'll see that it pushes the thing. I think it's not gonna push the empty folders. Why I'm always doing this? Let me put it here, back here, because I'm always clicking it. So here we refresh this one, our repo. You see, we only have the source because the source has the file in it. But yeah, config, we have multiple files as well here. Config.json. This is the main one that we're gonna use. When you publish your plugin, this is the one that you're gonna use. Then another one, this one is for commented. You know why? You can't put comments in your config files or else it will throw errors. So that's why when you copy paste this, and let's say you are done with your config and you copy paste this, uh, this is the moment that you put comments for the other, or the user, um, for the user that to know what is that config for, config variable, right? So here, I think I haven't applied the git ignore. Let's try to apply it. But wait, later on, and copy paste another one. This is for us, so you don't push your credential, like your password or your database password. So you only, let's say you are developing it while pushing it to the live, or maybe um, publishing it to the other users, right? So you don't accidentally give your config to the other people. That's why we created this one. Anyway, we're gonna config that later. So whenever you build, you always put one, you sending the config one for your server, and then one for the publishing folder. I hope you get me. Here we're gonna write plugin info. This is just plugin info for us. Okay, so we have it right there. Then what we're gonna do is git rm r cache, but wait, cd ASAAPI that plugins the template, and then from there git rm r that cache, and dot means right here the dot. Then we remove the cache, then add, and git commit m git ignore applied. So we know that we apply the git ignore, then git push, right? So from here, then all this one, the uh, output and the build, we don't we don't push from the repo. Also, you need to add this as well, the dev, right here, config dash dev that dev.json. Because if you push that with your credential, it will, um, yes, you know what I mean. You're pushing your passwords to everyone, especially when your repo is public, right? So we're not gonna um slash config slash, or maybe we can just config. So we apply it again with rm cache, right? And then git add, git commit. You just press up, and then git push. So let's see if I think I accidentally pushed it earlier, so I think it will show there, but there's no uh for example here, git ignore apply. This is the commit that has the dev, right? So whenever you push it, it will the developer can always see or review the commit that we do. From here, we add the config dot config dev.json. Let's see if the file folder doesn't have that JSON. See, there's no dev right now, so it deleted. So it's better to do it in setup instead of doing it later on because you might forget it. Okay, what's next? So we have dev, we have config. So right now, we're gonna add this to our solution. Okay, from here we have config, right? Existing items, go up, configs, add everything inside. So yeah, that one indicates that this one is being ignored. So it only works on it only saves in your machine. So whenever you delete the repo and pull it back, this one gone. So keep that in mind. So for here, let's pull this one out. Okay, so here for now, we're gonna copy paste stuff because we don't need this. We don't need yet, but we'll definitely do it. Definitely need this later. Or I usually make some placeholder for now for the for these ones. So later we can just type, right? For plugin info, this is the uh, this is the template for it. Full name, your plugin name, simple plugin, then description. This will show in the initialization of your server. So yeah, simple plugin that actually works. Then your version of your plugin, which is one. Then min API version. This one defaults to 1, but I changed it to 1.18 because our API is 1.18, which means below that, if the server manager is still using the old APIs, they don't update. This one won't work for them because it's better than that than uh, receiving a crash, right? Okay, so we're gonna close this one. Close everything. Commented. For us, we gonna remove this one because we're gonna create a different one for them. So first thing, um, okay, the header file first for me. Usually we need the JSON HPP. This is the will read your will read your do you call this the JSON um plugins template. Okay, that's our name space inline and Lowman JSON config. This will store we will store the JSON file here inline. Tool is debug. This will we need this later on. Just we have a squiggly red lines there because we haven't import the thing, but later on you'll see because the Arc API himself uses the JSON HPP, so we don't need to um we don't need to include it to our files. Pragma. So you might need to review all these things so you can know that what they included or what library are they using, so you save time and space. Comment, leave, then the library ASAAPI dot leave. Okay, but for now I think we need, this is the time that um we'll try to, did we compile this? I think we haven't compiled this. We haven't tried to compile this. Let's try to compile it if it work. Maybe we just comment or everything first, then let's try. Should be compiled, because yeah, it didn't, because it's looking for the file that we deleted earlier. So right now, I'm gonna wait. I have my drops here again. Alright, so for here, we start to configure this first. Um, Maybe we go to the PCH thing, precompiled header. We're not gonna use it, like not using compiled headers. Let's try to build it first. See, while looking for, oh man, this is what I'm saying earlier. So I'm in debug mode. Right now I'm building it to the debug mode. So even though I changed it to the release one, you always use release one for this kind of libraries because you're not debugging anything here. And also it saves your your code if you are using release. So I'm using release here. I change it not to use like that the precompiled headers, and then I just build it without checking the thing, right? So here, um, remove this one. See this? I'm gonna remove that, and then x64. This is the one that builds. Later on, we're gonna redirect the build on the build and the output in the output folder. But just for now, we just wanna make sure that this one compiles. So change it to release, and then Control Shift B. See, it's success. It should be success from this point. And then ship deleted, so you don't send it to recycle bin. But be careful on that command, because I always lose some file if I don't. But I get used to it anyway, so I use ship delete, so I don't remove it on recycle bin. But if you have a higher storage, yes, storage, it's better say it's still saving file from recycle bin, unless you are hacker or thing or a wanted man, right? Okay, going back here. So here we're going to set up the our build configuration. So for here, we retain the solution dir, which is right here. This is the solution dir. Remember it, and then build with the big build, because we're using a build big B, letter B. And then from here we're gonna remove everything, retain the platform, then like this, out dir. If you are wondering where should I'm getting this macros, you can always check right here. I'll show you. There's something, for example here, preprocessor, right? You're gonna edit it, and you see this macros, then it will show up to you available macros. Wait for a date. Maybe we need the date later on, or the timestamp. Timestamp. No, there's no timestamp here. Maybe time. This is only just the version and stuff. Created time, modified time. So we can make like created time. No, because that's the file created time. Huh. Mm-hmm. Time. There's no time and date here. Let's Google it. Um, Visual Studio macro for timestamp. I'll show you later why I'm trying to open up this one. So under oh yeah, you can use the underscore. Let's try it later on. Let's try it. So here, going back there, yeah, project name, it's okay. Dynamic library, then 10, Visual Studio 143, and then this one should be 20, and this one, if you want to use the 17, it's okay, but I'll keep this one here, or maybe, yeah, default legacy MVC, it's okay, but you can use the 17 if you still want to use it, or if you require to. Then advanced, I think there's nothing there. For VCPKG package, we're gonna do something later for that to generate something because we need this. We need that. So yes, make sure you're using yes here, unlike the other ones, and then just press apply just to then here include path. We're just gonna remove this. Include path, then libraries, just remove it. Solution dir, solution dir. I have a cheat this here, so you can just directly like that. Library path, right? And then I can directly write it here, or maybe you can always use here. Like you can add and then it's okay, but it's just the same thing. For C++, then we have what we have here is we need to include those from from API. So make sure your directory is right here along the API along with the with your plugin. So it's like all together. So we just go back like a dot slash if you are familiar with that. So for example here, I'm gonna add one, then solution dir includes. Maybe I'm gonna copy paste this one so we don't. Oh, did I copy paste the I as well? Okay, this one. Oh. Copy paste that one and then your source slash public. And then for the one that we need for API, you see here dot slash and then ASA backslash and then let's see. So when this is the example of how you do it. Um, here from solution dir here just press this one up, make sure that's the dot slash, and then you find your ASA API, then type it right there, and then there's another ASA API right here. I'm just gonna check it out. Okay, ASA API, right? And then another one ASA API backslash, and then from there what we need, a core and public, here the whole thing. So core backslash public, right? So you can just copy paste it. Then so API underscore UE for the engine. We need those things. You can try, I think this one. So going back there, I'm going back to my real folder and then minimize it. Then we're done with that. Using SDL checks, okay. Optimization, and then preprocessor. Here we have some template here from the other project. Like copy paste this. Maybe I'll make it a slow. No, we're not choosing the preprocessor here. So here, this is the default. So I think this one doesn't does I think you can try compiling it without this. Silence all CXX20, CRT no warning, because this is for the old API, but we include it anyway. So also here, yeah, project name, okay, your project name. So when you build, it will, yeah, make it apply. And then what else do we forget? Code generation plus GUI language, default, precompiled headers, we're not using it. Output files, and then, yeah, we're not using them. Go to the linker, the next stop here, linker, then no incremental linking because we're not like an app thing. For input, here's the the thing that we're gonna use, the library. So solution dir again. Oh man, I thought I have my clipboard ready for solution dir. Then dot backslash ASA API. Then maybe you open this outlib ASA API, then outlib right away because we compiled it. Remember, we compiled it, and then we have this library ASA API API.lib. Because right now we're gonna use this one program, a comment ASA API lib. Gonna look for that file. So that's a not good thing. And then there's another one that I found out that we require. Here, you just copy paste it. WS2 underscore 32 crypt 32 IPHL puppy dot library. Okay, so you can just pause the video and copy paste it, or may retype it manually. Make sure you are copying the right manifest file. No, the same thing. Debugging, Windows optimization. We're not gonna use all of them. And then here, I build events. We're going to build events right now because I got a copy here anyway. So I'm just gonna open that one for so we don't get lost. So for pre-build events, oh no, we're gonna make the post events. This is what Git comes from. We're gonna use the Git from here. So first, mkdir. Then I told you we need the solution dir. Solution dir output. Then slash. Then project name backslash. So we are creating, if the output is not exist, we're gonna create one. That's the thing. So next, I'm just gonna copy it to make it fast for us. Okay. So copy, yes, all means overwrite. And then target dir, target file name. This is the DLL, and you are pasting it to the solution output project name and target file, and then arc API. This arc API format, file format, is for your server. For example, your server is up and running. You don't want to turn it off. You don't want to restart. When you paste this file to that plugin folder, it will reload the plugin automatically. It will detach and then reload and will apply your changes. But sometimes it will crash the server, so don't rely on it. So here, the second one, copy target path, solution folder, then the target. This is the main DLL file. Okay. For the other config, so we are creating the mm, output for publishing, right? Configs, their config JSON. This is notice that we are on the output. So output folder is for publishing. So you are copying your config JSON, config commented, and plugin info onto that folder. Okay. Next up, we are creating a folder from for your server directory. Later on, I'm gonna teach you how to make that. But for now, here's the location of my server in my local, like my test server. So WSM, I'm using Windows here. I'm using this one. Windows Server Manager, Windows Game Server Manager. So when you go to browse and then server files, yeah, this is the arc server file. So it's server numbers one, server files, right? So from here, servers one, server files, shooter game, binary, Windows 64, arc API, plugins, and my project name. So I'm creating it. I'm creating if not it exists. So here's the one. We need to paste all of them again. So I'm gonna explain it one by one. Here's the one, the main DLL file. Oh, I think this is the arc API. So see, it renames. So this one, if your server is running the main DLL file, it will shows that there's an error that it didn't copy because it's using by your server. If your server is turned on, that's why you need the arc API file to reload your plugin immediately while the server is running. As well, config JSON and plugin info. Notice right here that we are using config dev.json instead of the config.json. So here we're gonna modify the config.json with our own preference to config JSON. So we're using the credential for database later on and then uh, pasting it there, right? So this one is like predefined just for yourself. For if you use my template, right, like this template, you need to change all of this location. I'm still looking for a way that we can just change this in one location. All right. Maybe I'll modify them later on. Then put it in the README file so anyone doesn't need to go here and change everything like that. Okay, it's like creating a custom macro for this location. So you change it in one place, and then everything will inherit those config, right? So apply. Then I think that should be it. Let's try. Let's try if I miss something. Like I think this one. For pre-build event, if you have existing what do you call this, existing file in your build folder, then it will just remove it. Okay, so here's the code. If exists, and then your arc API file, delete, and then delete this folder. That's it. I mean the file. Okay, I think that should be it. Um, for another one, we can add the automatic commit here. This is the fun part because every time you build, if that's it only if that's your preference, right? If you wanted to, um, I have something here. Give me a moment. Build events, because right now I set it up mine like um here. This is the timestamp that I'm looking for if it's gonna work. So let's try it anyway. So git add, you can git add, and then git commit. It says like we can just use like this time stamp. It's Google says anyway, or the community. So let's try it. Let's try this one timestamp. Anyway, the your commit has a timestamp too, but um it's really um because they are the same name, so it's really hard to know where did you push it or where you're gonna come back. So it's better like it's on the title right away, so you can see it. Let's just try it. So I think we're good here. This should be built right now because we haven't changed anything in the file. We only change all the configuration file right here. So if we have something miss or we have errors, like it will show. Okay. So here, just ready, build. Okay, you see this? See this? File copied. The system cannot find the specified path. So what's wrong with that? We have output here. See, it created its folder, and this one. Or maybe did I mess up with the link? Build events, post build events. Config, a big letter, right? Then why cannot specified file? Because as you can see here, um, the output doesn't have config. Maybe with S configs. I believe. Where is the my eyes is so configs, right? Yes, we need S. We need S for that. But it's gonna hopefully doesn't mess up with this. Let's try it again. So, but the other one's copied. So if you want to compile it again, because if you don't just make a space right here, it won't affect it won't build. So right now, if we see the build result, we have the template in our server. I mean the our output. This one already exists as well. Anyway, here's the path for my server, and you see here, it's already here, right? Config. The commented thing didn't copy. Let's see what's wrong there. But for the output file, let's check the output file. Output file has commented, so there's something wrong with this because it didn't copy the commented one. But actually, you don't need commented on your server, on your development server, because that's your development server, right? So you don't need. I think we can just leave right there. But if you really want it, you can add here. But I think no. This is output file. So we're sending the config in the output file. But for this one, it doesn't have the commented. Only two right from here. And then let's see if this one committed. Um, let's go there. Auto push build timestamp. So the timestamp thing it doesn't work. We should remove that because it's gonna make ugly like you seeing timestamp underscore underscore timestamp, right? Because it's considering as a I was thinking like it's like this then timestamp and like that, but we don't have it. I tried to search it with the macros, but maybe if you are really keen to read one by one, maybe you can find that the one that is better. I mean the one that fit to the string, right? But for me, I'm not, so I'm not gonna build anything. All right, so space, then backspace, then save, then build. So that that okay, that technique will allow you to rebuild it without changing anything, right? Do we have so it's auto push because the moment that everything changes removes from here, it means it's auto push. I mean it push already. So let's find out if it's push. Auto push after build. Oh wow. So we have two timestamp right there. So yeah, every success build it will do this. So you can just change it, right? But for me, for my preference, it's better this way because you yeah, like I said, you can just revert every build that you are. If you mess up that build, oh, I don't wanna, I wanna revert, but I already build it. So you already build on that thing, and then you wanna revert. So just revert the. I'll show you anyway. Let's say this one, I wanna revert from this commit. So copy paste it. Then it's better if you know how to the code anyway. I'll show you. So let's say git reset hard and then paste the hash, right? And that's it, you're good. It will revert it back. But here you can also do that with UI, and also you can review your codes without looking to the browser or whatsoever. And then yeah, you can apply this one. See, check out reorder and then revert changes in this commit, right? Everything is like the same without typing the code. But if you feel like you're a coder man and then use this one, or if you're prefer to use that. Okay, next thing. So we successfully build both of our ASA API plus this one, our own plugin. Then let's try it. Let's try to enable this thing. If we don't get a AU, anyway, my hotkey is like uncommenting it. It's like Control K plus U, and then if you want to comment it, like K plus M, I believe, or K plus C. Yeah, K plus C, K plus U. All right. Uh, but if in C++, let's say you have like this this, and then you want to disable that one without using the comment, because if you can see here, let's say I have um, a bunch of code, for example, right? A bunch of code, and then I just comment them, Control C. You can minimize them. I think yeah, you can do like this as well, but I prefer to use wait AU. I prefer to use this one if zero, then and if that one. So it will disable the whole block for you. Okay. You can use this as well inside the block of codes. So it will the processor it will skip because the comment is still there, I believe. When when you compile the commented thing, it's still there. So the reverse engineering, I think they can map or they can find commented strings in your code. So I prefer that if zero, so it won't compile, I believe. And then from here, we use this one, HPP. See, we don't have squiggly I mean lines here because I believe that arc.h is using that one. Anyway, we can visit this one here. Arc.h, where are you? Uh, Core, public, Arc API, Arc, then Arc.h. Um, see, there's a lot of things here. Maybe some of the H here using that. Maybe the base. Let's see the base. Dot ba. Here's the base. I still know. Maybe. Anyway, just like that. Okay. All right. Let's go back to our plugin. So here, um, what we're gonna use? We're gonna type here. Let's see. Of course, first void. Maybe we attach the plugin first, like extern c deck spec, then export void plugin underscore init, right? So the ASA API has a logger like this init project name or whenever anything that you want to log. ASA API get hooks that set hook, right? I'm gonna explain it later. I'm just need to type it for shooter game mode. Begin play. In Unreal Engine, begin play is the first thing you're gonna run when it's being called, or the class or the actor or something. And if it's being called, the begin play will trigger first. Begin play. So we here we are hooking on begin play to patch some codes. Begin play original. Then on this one, begin play original, we are after rerouting the function so we can patch our code, and then we are returning it back to the original function. So I hope that makes sense. If ASA API get API utils, you can just stop it because we already includes those headers. Anyway, there's a lot of pre-made function for you to use in just using ASA API. There's a lot of things like here, the tool, server status, map coords, and something. We're gonna make some example later on. Server status ready. So when it's ready, we're gonna call function server ready, right? So of course we need to make on server ready function here. Then here, this one has a squiggly red bracket, but we'll fix that later. Well, so this is the one for patching it, and this is the one for detaching your injected code. DLS spec, spec, sorry, DL export void plugin unload. ASA API get hooks, disable hook, a shooter. We can just copy paste this. It's just the same thing. Then the hook itself for second parameter. Then close it with semicolon. All right. So after that, of course, get the we need to declare the hook, right? Declare the hook, a shooter, begin play, which is here up to here. I think that's the function. Then it's returning void, of course, and the shooter, a shooter game mode pointer. That's it. So we're declaring that one. See the squiggly red thing gone. Void the hook. Copy paste this the function, the callback, and then the parameter filter game mode. We are sending that value to this, and then we're just returning it back because we don't need to patch any code there. We just need to know if it's um being called, so we know if the server is ready or not. But for other cases, all right, for other case on server ready, on it will get error. It's we need to put the on server ready up here, I believe, right there. Okay, so log get log info ASA API dot plugins plugin the template mhm, initialize template initialize. Okay, so we know that our plugin is being loaded or it's loaded. So but here's the other one. It's not actually joinable because the server is up, but I think I tried to count it. It's like depend on your machine, I believe. So for me, it's like 20 seconds or 10 to 20 seconds before it's joinable. I think I remember that uh I put some logs there that uh the server is joinable. So from there, you can use the thing to uh, to know that you can send it to Discord. So your player, right? Oh, we can join now, so let's join. Because what is the usual thing to do is like they just refresh on the server list and then just wait it to appear. But from there, you can just make a notification that server is up, and then everyone get notified, right? That's the good idea. Okay, so right here we can just compile it. Hopefully, we don't have any errors. No such a directory. See. Oh, here it comes. We're using the library from here. We compile the FMT here, right here. It's using that one, but for us, we don't. Even though the API using it already, and we already compiled with the library, but for us, we need to make that one. Okay, for making that one, I'm gonna teach you how to make that one. But you can actually Google it. Okay, so here you need to tools and then command line or maybe batch file if you want to, but that's the same thing. VCPKG package new application, right? It will generate you if you're coming here to go back to the output and stuff. It will create you this one. So maybe we include it here. Um, Here existing items. What? Desktop plugin templates. This one. So when you open it, registry. This is for my like you don't need this configuration, but if you want to. So this is an empty one, right? Empty empty one. I think we need to generate this one. Let me see. So after creating that one, we need to make a baseline, right? But here you can type the initial thing like name, then your project, which is ASA API template, a plugin template. Sorry, plugin template. You can change it later on. Then version 1.0.0. Dependencies. No dependency. I said dependencies. Dependencies. For now, I think we need to. Right. So that's the base one. Then we need another one for built-in baseline that will generate to you. Uh, for example, where's our VCPKG install or integrate if no install X manifest mode, right? See, no integrate. What? What is mali? I just said Tagalog. Install integrate install. What? It's wrong. Inter. Let just remove this one. What? It's still wrong? Unexpected switch manifest mode. Maybe. Hmm. What am I wrong? BCPKG install. This is what I did earlier. So I can generate the built-in baseline. Hmm. Maybe a different code. Let's try this. VCPKG X update baseline. Add initial baseline. So hopefully it updates, right? See, it updates. Okay, right now. Okay, so we see when it's built, I think it's gonna install, so we don't need to worry about it. Just close this one. So as long as you have this BC, we can just remove this. We don't need this. Just remove, don't delete. Okay, so we have FMNT because that's what we need right here. So let's try to build it again. I think I need to install it. Like, no, no. forget my process again. So VCPKG integrate install. All right, so let's see if we can build right now. What? Include no such directory. Hmm. Maybe I didn't change the VCPKG. Oh, see, we use manifest, right? Don't forget that. So whenever you build, it will install the missing package for you, right? So we don't have error right there. I think that's good. All right, so we build successfully. From here, then we can just make. We can just run this. We can just try it from here before we write a lot of things again. Because right now, um, where's my plugin folder? Our mm-hmm, mm-hmm, plugin. So right now, our plugin's right here, right? We're gonna remove everything. I'm just gonna leave the permission, then cut them. We're not gonna use my because I'm developing plugins. That's why I got a lot of plugins right there. So right now we have permissions and then plugin template. Or anyway, this plugin you need to configure this with your MySQL. So later on we're gonna try to install MySQL, but right now we're not gonna use it. So we test this first. So right there you start your you start your server and then open the console. You'll see here anyway the API auto deletes your logs so you don't um, also if you first time running the server you need to run that first before putting this plugin. Anyway, I think you can just put the plugin run and run like I do. What here's another tips. Say you open a every time you develop a plugin, you open a plugin folder and then open another one and open another one. You got a lot of folder to open. So here, go back here and go back here and then logs. This is your friend. Another one, go back here, binaries, go back here, shooter, save and logs and then find the crash stack. If you're having crash here, that's your friend as well. Open that, for example, open that in Notepad++. I close the other ones here, right? And then this one logs, open that one. Because you see this, you can see what you can see here is also log here, but that's why I want you to open it or maybe open it when you get crash because this one automatically close when you have crash, right? Load all. Okay, so here, plugin manager load of plugin. We have an error. ASA API plugins does not exist. What? Why? Why it doesn't exist? Maybe let's close it. All right. So it says here that that does not exist, right? We have a problem. But for let me explain the crash stack first. Let's say this is your plugin, player utilities, the DLL. So when your thing is crashed, usually it gives you something to start with the with debugging, right? So the function is handle new player. So from there you know it. You're the one who did it, right? Or maybe you are hooking a function from the game that using handle new player. So From there, you can go there. Don't go to the hooks.h. You're just using it. You're just pulling some codes in there because that hooks.h came from the API. You can see it right here. Hooks.h, right? Oh, hook, I don't know. Maybe in the private hook.h. Yeah, hooks.h. You're trying to use some codes here, but this is not the problem. Your code is the problem. So don't use that. I mean, don't change anything from there because there's no problem in it. Your problem is you're hooking. For me, I'm hooking the handle new player to patch another functionality of it and then send it back. So that's the problem. That's why it crashed. Okay, it will show it as well here. If you see the offset something something like that, um, it means your function that you are using from the game it's been changed. So wildcard change it, and then you need to what you're gonna do is you go here. Oh man, maybe we open another folder. Like I said earlier, we're gonna open a lot of folder. Here, go back from here, and then you can see AsaAPI. They made a cache folder here, and then offset from there. But this is no, not that cache. Offset that text. But this is not really helpful if you are developing something because if the wildcard change it, it's just like that. Unassigned char, and then actor. So for example, this AI controller set focus, you are using it, and then before it was like this. Before you use it, it was like this. Then suddenly wildcard change it, then add another parameter. So you must change it here. Let me get some example that is really easy. So for example, um, here before it doesn't have object initializer, right? And then this one right now it has. So the moment you know the thing changes, first of course you need to update your server, and then get the new file from there, and then start. When you start, this offset will generate a new file, and then from here you can just copy paste this one. Because from your ASA API, they don't often change the file right away, but it still does work. That's why I recommend you to clone the API in your repository so you can make changes. Okay, so for example here, we're gonna copy paste this. For example, we before we don't have object initializer, but wildcard suddenly change it, and then we go to our ASA API. If you know the file where it goes, of course, this is actor, right? Actor.h. From here, you can just entire solution, current project. If you're not sure, you can use the entire solution. But for me, I know where it goes, so current, then find it. There's not, right? I don't know why there's none. Maybe they see not everything is in there. So you can maybe we can just pick something. So you get me right? Like um we need this is one. For example, you primal actor. This is what you get. So when you search you primal actor from the cache, or let's say here, where's our cache? Let's say find the U primal actor target team, then it's suddenly receiving parameters from wildcard, right? So you copy from here and then find it here, then you will find it, right? Let's see, go back previous one. Okay, make sure that you are you primal actor, which is the struct, right? And then the targeting team, because there's a lot of same function, but in a different places. So here you find it and then change the thing. Like if it's receiving a new parameter, then create one, then add it from here. right? So let's say it's creating like that, then it's receiving int or bool like this, or maybe like that. Is receiving bool. Then from here, it's returning an int, but you need to put a bool here. Then from the bool, like receiving bool, then test, and then put the right here and test like that, right? So it will receive the, because the function here is, your function is receiving the test and passing it to the, it pointed out to the real function from the game. That's what it does. Like sending your parameter from your plugin to the real function in the game. It's like patching your thing there. So from here then you can make let's just remove this. It might mess up our thing, right? So you can just save it or not anyway. Let's see if we have some changes, right? So if you have changes like this, if you don't really um, really sure that you made changes, you can just see here and then discard changes. Okay, see, right click the file and discard changes. For this, I don't think we need to retain that anyway, because we need to compile the project. So that will be it. From here we can just close this one. If you need the other one, there's another one anyway. So bit field cache. And okay, no. Where is it? I think Whitfield. Like this is all the booleans that you can see. You can find it here as well. It's just the same thing, but look like um more binary thing. So that's your friend. Let's recap. For cache, you need to cache to see the offset of the function that you want to take in the game, and then um, here your logs, the API logs. This is the API logs. So here's what you get if you have like community and someone you want to support with, and then you ask if they having crash. You need to ask them the crash tag and the logs. That's it. Always need that. Anyway, there's another one for cache. I mean for the offset. So if you are not sure, like go here dumper Pelayori. It's a good man. Anyway, Pelayori. Dumper. Dumper. Pelayori.com. He made some decompiler for C++ on Arc. So let's say you want to get the whole struct. So you are wondering if how they make this structure, right? This whole thing. Where did they get it? And where did it come from? Here we go. Um, they made what you the compiler for C++ thing in Arc game. Okay, so for example, you prime let's find some easy thing. You primal you primal world, and then dig all this. Let me find something there. All right. Maybe we start here. Just find something here that easily to understand. Mostly component. You primal inventory component. Let's say you need that one. There's a lot. Or you primal item. Let's say this class, um, you are using this and oh, where should I get this one? or how can I use? Because not most of the function are they included here, like earlier I said, right? So even though they have the struct of u primal actor, u actor component, let's find the u primal item. Um, Go to definition. No, not peek. Don't peek. You go there. You go to definition. Okay, so this is your primal app. Even though they have a lot of things here, it's not really complete, and they don't change it often. So when wildcard change things or they add things on the u primal app item struct, sorry, this is the one that I'm looking for. You primal inventory component because you're gonna use that much because every dino, every person has this, and your inventory like your forge, your smithy has this one, so you need those anyway. So primal item, then you just paste this one and decompile and just wait for the file, and it's downloaded. Go to your file, and then this is the output page. It's better to name it right away and then open it in Notepad++ or whatever text editor you have there. So this is the complete recently. So if you match this to the old one, it's not match because usually they get only the thing that they need. But if you need something like here that doesn't appear from the API, you can just paste it there. For example, let's just random pick something here. Equipment, cosmetic, something something. Maybe a boolean or a float. Let's say the anyway. This is all the bit field like on and off for the class, and this is the fields like receiving the field, and the down here is the function. So always tree. So here's the function, right? So if you want to get something like can show notification item or add to slot, for example, let's see if we have the add to slot there. But I believe there's add to slot here. Let's see. So if that changes, let's say wildcard change it, and then you just copy this one to the cache, or if you're not sure, you just you just do this, copy paste this, and dump it to the dumper, and then it will gives you the most updated u primal item, and then find your add item to slot, and then uh copy this like this, and then paste your new add to slash, and then add something like comment like modified, so you know what you modified, and don't push it anyway. Anyway, you don't need to compile. You don't need to compile. Don't compile it when you modified it like I do. Like I modified this to slot from here from here. Let's say it is change over time. You just um, comment this and then paste the new one, and then you need to add modified so you know what you modified, and then don't compile. Remember, don't compile because it's not gonna match the library from the official release. You get me? um Here, this one, because it won't work. So this one is the main updated one, so you are using it unless you are detaching from them, if you don't use it anymore. But the problem is every developer of the plugin that you might use or you might download from the site here, from the resources here, they're using the 1.18, every one of them. So it won't work along with you if you are detaching the version of this one to your. That's why it will work. It will work even if you don't build this thing. All right. So you must have another repo for the modified one, for the other one that from them, so you can build anywhere. But anyway, you can just download the release one, and then they have the library there as well, and use it so you don't get confused. All right. And then here, what else we need to tackle here? Um, for example, so we're gonna. It says here that we have some error here earlier, right? I must forgot. So here, you know that you primal after, you know that where to get all those classes or those structs that completes your code if you need to. So I'm gonna close that one. And from the logs, it's open, right? So from here, fixing our plugin after a long explanations. Plugin API. I think this is the plugin info that is returning something. See, could not find the file. What? Remove then. Oh, we need to remove everything. Because um, remember that we changed it to config to configs. That's why it's not gonna. Okay. Okay, so simple plugin, full name. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. I think rename. Just put it here. I think that's about it. Let's try. Let's try. Let's close this one. We don't need that one. Also, maybe we need this one later on. Our git bash downloads. We don't need that. All right. So it compiled. So we're gonna run the server right now. See, it's easy. You don't need to copy paste your output file to your server because it's automatically sending there. Later on, I'm gonna show you how to build the file while the server is running and show you if it's gonna crash or not. Oh, it doesn't exist? Yeah. What? Plugin is a API that plugins that not exist. What? What is the wrong? What's wrong with us? Does not exist. Copy, copy. So why it's returning like that? Hmm. Load all plugin. Plugin is ASA API that plugin does not exist. Why it's not exist? It's already here. And it doesn't have that template. Maybe there's something wrong because I'm uh using dots probably. It's another challenge. I didn't expect this to happen. Maybe our naming. So I'm gonna change it like plugin simple one, no dots, template, plugin template, plugin. Maybe we just remove this. Then plugin template. Okay, and then close that one. Solution is plugin. Just to make it simple. Right? Then from our plugin template, plugin template the solution, but this one doesn't gonna change because um, the moment we create the plugin, the name, the project name, it will use that one. Then source plugin template, the CPP plugin template.h. Okay, let's try to open up our project again. Then add your source here, existing items, source, plugin CPP, and your header, and filter existing items, public, and template. Alright, so from here, hopefully it works. We remove this one, plugin template, plugins, uh, plugin template, plugin template, okay. Plugin template initialize, just a name anyway. Well, let's try. Maybe my, well, no, doesn't appear. See our plugins folder. We have a new one. Delete this one. That's the old one. All everyone is here. Then check our output file as well for publishing. Remove the old one, and then check this one. All right. So we all good. Hopefully this starts. So start the server again. Let's see if it's work. That's why you better like checking it first. Yeah, see? Alright, we're good. Plugin template version 1, a super simple plugin that actually works. Okay, for here, um, we can still wait a little bit so we until we see this one, plugin template initialize. Then that's the about like, it's everything is good. Alright. The next stuff we're gonna put some commands like still setup because I think that's really important before writing anything else again. Yeah, see here, but the service doesn't actually running yet. You still need to wait for it. I suggest you open a server, uh, like open the server with this one, scorch earth, because scorch earth is really fast. It's really fast. Like you know, it's loading fast. It's up and running fast. It's good for development because from here, you see its status is ready already. Ready already. So this is my server. No one's playing, right? So here is Scorched Earth, and then this is my test server. You can join right now, so without crashing or whatsoever. Online with incidents. What happened with Nitrado? That's why I'm hosting my own server at home. It's pretty much decent as long as you have a good internet. See, as you can see, you can join now because Scorcher is so good. Anyway, I'm still changing servers like I have here, Extinction, or maybe the island, because sometimes I change it like just to try if see here. All right. So now we don't have crash. We just go close that game. I just showed you that you can join. It's joinable now, and we don't have any crash. But our plugin doesn't do anything yet. Um, yeah.